With the PTS coming out today, we now have our first look into the new and upcoming season and area that will be releasing later on this year. Now in this video, we will be covering a couple of the important details of part 1 of the PTS. Now keep in mind that everything in the PTS doesn't always make it to the actual live servers. So some of the stuff you'll see in this video might change. But some of the questions we will be answering today are, is there a new boss? Is there new events? Are there new weapons as well as new enemies? So let's dive right into it. So first things first, we're going to cover, are there new enemies? And yes, there are. And one of those new enemies are the Toxic Thrashers. These guys are quite docile and don't really attack people. I've found a couple, shot them a couple times, and they never really hit me. And unfortunately, they don't really drop anything too crazy. No new resources or anything. But one of the new main groups are the Lost. Now from all of my encounters with the Lost, they are very heavy in the energy / electric damage. And there's a few type of variants of the Lost. We have Dwellers, we have Mechanics, as well as some inside of PA, which is very cool. Now one thing about the Dwellers is that in a specific event, one of the more common weapons that get dropped are the handmaids. They also do drop a lot of miniguns as well as laser pistols and a ton of pulse grenades. This area is going to be fantastic for farming handmaids if you need to scrap them down for mods as well as save resources in that instance. Now while adventuring, I came across another campsite location, but you can notice a few words on some of the signs. When venturing in further, we come across human communist soldiers, not the cool ones that we come across inside of Daily Ops, actual people, which is very interesting, and I'm so excited to kind of see where the lore will take us in regards to why they are here. Now some of the basic enemies that we already know are in this region as well. Now there is a slight difference to them. Their bodies have been electrified, and when you take them down, they do kind of explode. It'll discharge this electrical burst when they die, but it's not everything as far as I'm aware. Now let's move on to events. Currently in part 1 of the PTS, we have 2 new events, and what you're seeing here right now is the nuke event, and this is technically one of the new bosses we'll be fighting. Now this event is actually pretty cool with the mechanic that's involved with it. For every Goliath that gets taken down, the others will become stronger, tankier, and hit harder. Now I think the concept of this boss fight is actually really cool. The only thing that I don't like is how easy it is to cripple the legs and have them immobile for a short period of time. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good fight. It's a lot of fun. Now as for the rewards, there are a variety of different plans. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get them all, but there is one key item that does drop, and it is a new weapon, which is called the V63 Olga. It is an anti-armor ADS faster reload laser rifle. Is it ultra sight? I'm not too sure. Is it regular? Not too sure either. But I haven't noticed a difference with any of them besides the reduced weight. That's about it. Now how does one start this event? Now what's really cool about the new region is that it has a very awesome and very interesting mechanic, but there's one huge thing that I do not like, which I hope gets changed in the later patches. But all you need to do is launch the nuke anywhere within the region. Now the weather station is where the event actually spawns, but we're going to drop the nuke right, let's say they're in the middle. Now before we move on, does anyone remember the rage meme video of being flashbanged and, you know, a tablecloth being pulled over their head by a guy named Requise and being skullbanged? Well, that's about to happen. This is probably one of the worst things in this entire part, and I do hope it does change. But if you continue watching, because I want to show proof that this is how the explosion is, I'll give you guys some time to, you know, either skip ahead or put on sunglasses or close your eyes. Now what makes this even worse is that it doesn't matter where you are in the region. You can be completely away from where you or anyone else has launched the nuke. You will get flashbanged, and it will stay for a very decent amount of time. Now I'm just playing around, but I do feel like Bethesda and those who develop some of the mechanics and such in this game play this game with sunglasses or very dim monitors. But here you go, flashbang for 8 seconds. This will happen every time the region gets nuked. I hope they change this. This is so unnecessary. Not even standing in the middle of a nuke blast does this. But I'm not gonna lie, the after effect is freaking beautiful. It looks so good. Now last but not least, there is another event called Dangerous Pastimes. Now this one's actually pretty chill, and I have to say that this is basically another version of Eviction Notice. It's less stressful, but there's only 3 parts to this event, and the first part is gathering these pieces and turning them into the lightning harvester in the center of the location. And then once you do, you'll have to defend or survive and charge the lightning harvester by killing the Lost. Now the event actually spawns a handful of legendaries all around the area, so the best location to really kind of chill if you want to get the most legendaries is near the center or like kind of the inner perimeter of the harvester. But I've done this event a handful of times, and about each run I've averaged around from 20 to 30 legendaries from various 1 stars to 3 stars. Now once the bar is filled, the final stage is killing the legendary Thunder Crab. It has spawned as a guaranteed 3-star for as much as I've ran this, so pretty cool. But yeah, it's like a Eviction Notice 2. It's really fun. I hope that we have more events and not just this one and the nuke boss, but again, this is part 1 and a lot of this may be changed at some point. Now, I do believe there are 2 other weapons that have been confirmed in regards to drops. I don't know if both come from this event, but one of the weapons is the Red Terror. Now this is an LMG with furious last shot faster reload, but the one thing that I did notice about the weapon is the ammo cap. Now the rolls on this are kind of like last shot on a Furious with 150 rounds is a little bit rough. For the third weapon, it is the V63 Helga, which is an anti-armor ADS reduced weight Gatling laser. Now for this weapon, I've noticed that it does have a slightly higher accuracy, low AP cost, but that's really about it compared to both the Ultrasight and regular Gatling lasers. But honestly, the rolls are not that bad, so if we can redo the mods, this is actually wouldn't be a bad weapon to use. Highly decent, I must say. That about covers it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on what you guys saw here. I'm super excited to see where this is going to be heading to, the origins of the Lost, more about Vault 63, and more of the map opening up in the future updates. For the pictures of the weapons that you guys saw in the video, those were pulled from the feedback page in the Bethesda Discord. Unfortunately, I was unable to get them myself because people stopped doing the events after a little while. And my poor character is not geared up enough because I don't play much on PC. Now this is the first time I ever done early PTS coverage, so I hope you guys found the information useful. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, happy hunting, good luck, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.